Yo and hello everybody, Mike here, baseball collector. Happy Wednesday to you. And I know I did a video last night or posted a video last night, but the reality is I've been out of town for the last 4 days. Just got back a little bit ago today, and I'm going to talk about that adventure. I also want to talk about what happened while I was gone at the Dallas Card Show, and I know everybody's talking about it, but I want to give my 2 cents on that, and maybe talk about a couple of other things. So we left on Sunday morning. We flew early Sunday morning to Atlanta. I needed to do Truist Park. I had 2 more stadiums to knock out. And Julie wanted to do this for our 25th wedding anniversary kind of trip. And I'm like, great, I'm keeping that one. I'm keeping her. So we went to Atlanta. Day game on Sunday against the Phillies. The Braves came out on top of that one. Oh my gosh, it was hot. So hot. It was just humid as all get out and stifling heat. But I'll talk about the stadiums here in a minute. And then we got in a car, or tooted around Atlanta Sunday night, most of the day, Monday, drove about halfway down on our way to Tampa, stopped, spent the night, woke up the next day, went the rest of the way to Tampa, visited 2 card shops there, also went to Cards HQ. I'll talk about that in a minute. So I'll show some clips at the end of that. And I'll talk about the ballparks in a minute. But what I want to talk about mainly is what happened in Dallas on Sunday. So I get back from the game. We get back that night, and my phone just starts blowing up with people texting me links and all kinds of stuff, and about this theft, this $2 million worth of cards that was stolen at the Dallas Card Show. I've seen the videos now. I've seen it made national, like it was in my CBS Sports headlines this morning. That's pretty crazy. It's kind of getting a lot of attention, as it should. And I don't know who the 2 guys are, but this kind of crap just really pisses me off that people would do this. There's no way they're going to be able to move these cards. I mean, they know all the cert numbers. He knows what was in the case. You know, these are going to pop up somewhere. Somebody's going to, unless there's a black market for baseball cards that I don't know about, which there might be, there's no way he can move these easily. I think every card shop in America knows about this. They're going to be on the lookout for these cards if somebody walks in. And even if they hold them for a while, at some point, they're going to be, I guess, I don't know if you can put with PSA like a security alert, like if somebody looks up this cert, these different certs, that it would pop up, hey, this card has been stolen. That would be an interesting idea. Maybe that can happen, who knows. So they're not going to be able to move these cards. Let me end this. Okay. So that's the first thing. And these guys are going to get caught. There's pictures, and somebody's going to know who these guys are, and they're going to get turned in. They're going to get busted, just like eventually the Strongsville stuff got figured out. And so it makes you wonder how brazen do you have to be to do this? How stupid do you have to be to do this? Or desperate, or whatever the words are. But I just hate that this happens in our hobby and makes people, I don't know, a little more freaked out. And it happened to a guy that I know, to Ash, who's an amazing dealer and has one of the best showcases at every show I ever see him at, because his stuff is just flat out amazing. And so I hate that it happened to him. It just sucks. But they're not going to get very far. I think this will all be resolved probably before the National, which is less than 2 weeks away. So I think all of it will be fixed by then. Okay, ballparks. So Truist Park, super cool place. It's got all kinds of stuff going on around it. They basically built a small city around the ballpark, and there's restaurants and all kinds of cool stuff to do around there. Again, the oppressive heat was just the worst thing. I was literally just sitting in our seats, just in the shade and sweating. It was that bad. So yeah, fun, very cool ballpark. Absolutely recommend it for people. You should definitely go check it out. And then the most surprise, while I was there in Atlanta, I guess I should say this, I went to Cards HQ Jeff Wilson's shop in Atlanta. I would say I was underwhelmed. I mean, I've seen so many videos of it. I knew what it looked like. And there's certainly a lot of wax. And I mean, it's a really cool shop. It's done very well. But for what I want, it's, there wasn't much vintage baseball. Certainly not a lot of slab vintage baseball. I would say the showcases were 2/3 full of card, the up-down showcases where the cards are up, standing up in the showcases, which is actually a really cool way to display cards and sell cards, by the way. There just wasn't a lot there. There was a 71 Topps Dusty Baker rookie I thought about buying. It was a PSA 5, but it was like $50 overpriced. So it's like, I don't know what the etiquette is there. If you can negotiate, who would I even talk to? I didn't see Jeff there. I mean, this was a Sunday, kind of mid-morning. Like as soon as we landed, we went straight to that shop because it's right next to the ballpark or close to the ballpark. And so, yeah, walked around, tons of supplies, kind of a cool atmosphere for sure, but not a whole, I didn't buy anything. I didn't shoot any video in there either. I thought about it, but I'm like, people have seen that. They don't need to see what I would show, I guess. I don't know. So Atlanta was awesome. We went to the World of Coca-Cola. We, what else did we do in Atlanta? Went to Mary Mac's, which is an amazing restaurant. Then we drove halfway, spent the night, and then woke up and headed to Tampa. Hit 2 card shops in Tampa as soon as we got there. I was trying to get Lou Rock to come to the game with me because it was against the Yankees, and I invited Jason, Mr. Fisherbike, who lived there, and neither one of them could go. Lou had to work, so did Jason, but ended up going to, it was called Baseball Card Clubhouse, and the other was called like Wonder Cards and Comics or something like that. Both cool shops, again, all modern, ultra modern, basketball, football, baseball. I mean, it was just, it's a card shop, and I get that that's what they do, but there was very little vintage in either one of them. Both of them had a lot of, I shouldn't say a lot. The vintage that they did have was all raw, so it was like, didn't really pique my interest at all, and I didn't see any cards that I really needed anyway. And so I guess maybe that's what card shops are becoming for me. Like, it's kind of nonsensical for me to go because I'm never going to find anything, or highly unlikely that I'm going to find anything that I need, and so it feels kind of like a waste of time. But did that anyway. Then we went to Tropicana Field, and I'll have to tell you, I was incredibly surprised at Tropicana Field. Is it crazy nice? No. Is it just a big dome? Yes. But it was more than adequate stadium, in my opinion. I mean, I thought it was just fine. You could walk around the whole concourse and still stay inside the stadium. You could go outside into the other concourse where all the food was. We ate some really good food. We had like some pork nachos that were awesome, and a cookie that was to die for, a warmed up cookie. So honestly, I give Tropicana Field a thumbs up. I have nothing negative to say about it. It was just fine, and it was nice and air conditioned, and it was a good place to watch a ball game. And I kind of felt that way about Oakland. As much as people rag on Oakland, I thought it was just fine. And so to have all the amenities and all the cool stuff, no, not necessarily of some of the other stadiums, but it was, again, more than adequate. So I would definitely a positive experience at Tropicana Field. So then we flew back this morning. On the plane, on the way back this morning, we were in row 8, which, if you know airplanes, there's like 4 or 5 rows of first class, and then we were on the first row of the main cabin, and I had seen him in the lobby, or not the lobby, the airport waiting area, but Baker Mayfield was literally sitting catty corner to me. Like, he was in the last row of first class. I was in the first row of coach or whatever. And yeah, he was sitting there. He was there with his wife and their new baby. And yeah, he was, Julie gave him a boomer and he gave her a Sooner. That was pretty funny. But yeah, I got a little bit of video from the ballparks that we took. Not a ton, and but yeah, had a great experience. So glad to finish with all the stadiums. It's been a lifelong goal. As long as I've been a baseball fan, I've wanted to visit every ballpark, and now I can say of all the current ballparks, I've been to all of them. And until there's another one, which maybe as early as next year, if the A's move to Sacramento or whatever and play for a couple years, and then ultimately Vegas, there'll always be new parks popping up, and I'll go check those out. But it's good right now to go, okay, whew, I don't have to go to any more ballparks for now. It's been a fun time. So I think that's all I want to talk about today. So thanks for listening, guys. We'll talk to y'all soon. Keep collecting.
Hey, Mike, you're driving. Where are you headed?
We are heading to Tampa now. We left Atlanta yesterday, stopped in Tifton, Georgia, break up the drive, and now we're heading to a couple of card shops in Tampa and Rays Yankees tonight. Tropicana Field, last one to go to for me of all the current Major League stadiums. I'm excited to, end that chapter.
Finish your collection, so to speak.
Finish my collection of stadiums visited, yeah.
Until there's more.
Until there's more. Until they build a new one.
All right.
Teams move.
Awesome.
Yeah. Hey, Julie, where are we?
The Atlanta Braves Stadium.
It's called what? Truist Park? What'd you think of this?
It's great. It's a nice park. It's hot.
It's hot today, yes.
But other than that, it's a great park.
Yeah, this whole area is like entertainment area. It's super well done. The Braves are pounding the Phillies, so we're gonna take off a little early, aren't we?
Yep.
But yeah, good experience.
Awesome.
Oh, one more to go.
One more.
One more.
2 days.
In 2 days, that's right. All right. Heading into my last stadium of all the current stadiums, Tropicana Field. What do you think, Julie?
Cool. Too bad the top's not open, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think they opened the top. Yeah, it doesn't open. So, here we go. All right, Julie's trying to get up to pet the stingrays. Pet the rays. Gently use 2 fingers. Here's the instructions. And I want you to get Steve Irwin tonight. Oh, there they are. Cool. Look at him. Did you touch him? Is he slimy? Was he slimy?
Yeah, he's really slimy. You want to touch him?
Yeah.